What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be playing a deck from another creator that goes by the name of Doomwake, and this was actually a pretty cool little deck. It kind of has a different spin on the Azorius Artifact Aggro thing, with a very interesting twist that's probably going to surprise people when we get to it. But starting out, we do have some Novus Inspector, because this card's just still good. It makes you a creature, it makes you an artifact, and it triggers some other things we have going on. Warden of the Inner Sky obviously wants you to have more little bodies and artifacts to keep pumping it up. This will obviously be a key part of the deck. We also have some Case of the Filst Falcon, so we can turn those artifacts into flyers, which is really big. More artifacts here from the Spyglass Siren, so nothing too crazy, but we are playing some Regal Bunnycorn, and this is a card that sort of fell off a while back, and it's cool to get to see it into a list that people are actually playing with again. Have some Sheltered by Ghosts for some removal. Zoetic Glyph, another way to turn those artifacts into big honking monsters. And then the real card that caught my eye on this list, he played a full set of Leyline Axe. Now, I don't know how good this is going to be here, but if you're able to even put this on a Zoetic Glyph artifact or a Warden that's got like 3 counters on it, like this becomes a real threat real fast. So something we have to pay attention to. I will also note that he played this deck, I believe, in best of 3, and we're playing it in best of 1, so results may not be similar, but this is why we do the experiments. Also has some Steel Seraph, an artifact creature that can also give you some flying, which helps out a lot, and Mockingbird, which can copy a whole host of things that we have available. So this should be a fun one, but y'all know the drill at the end of the video, and again, please watch as much of the video as you can, because that helps the channel out, and y'all been doing a great job of that. But when you get to the end of the video, be sure to check the description. We'll have a link that takes you over to Moxfield, a channel sponsor where we host all of our decks, and you can download them and play them in Arena as well. And if you want to buy anything, which I really hope you do because they support the channel, and the more you buy from them, the more they want to support us. But our friends over at Tales of Adventure, that's TOAMagic.com. If nothing else, go check the site out. If you find something you want to buy, you'll get 5% off there. Just use code DRAGON, DRAGN. It'll save you some money. But all right, let's go hop in and see if Doomwake's crazy list with this Leyline Axe crushes the opponent. All right, this looks like a good, reasonable start. Can't complain about this at all. I'm going to play that right into a Warden, and then the Warden gets to scry once. I mean, feels like about as good as we could hope for here, right? I mean, of course we could go with the Rabbit Bird, but I don't think that's what we want to do. You know, I'll take that. That seems reasonable to leave there. Sure, let's go on. Let's go Bunnycorn here. And I'm just going to attack. I think Bunnycorn's going to still end up dead here, which is fine. I mean, a lot of these black decks are just removal, removal, removal. Yep, you see our hand, so no secrets. You're looking at all of it. Ooh, there's a Leyline Axe, though. That's exciting. All right, let's go here. I mean, all right. I was gonna say we would not be targeting the Bunnycorn anyway, because I sort of saw that coming. So we'll go ahead and just give this lifelink. Get back what little life we can. And then I guess we'll try to Leyline Axe. Don't want to hold it too long, knowing that they have duresses. I don't think Ghost Vacuum has a big effect on us, other than the fact that the opponent gets to eventually get some 1/1s. Lifelink, I guess? I mean, if you have removal, you have removal. Sacrifice a non-token creature. Sure. A little disappointing because I probably could have copied first, but I mean, they still could have used that. Could have been the same scenario. Because now I don't have anything great to copy unless I just want to copy. I guess I could copy a Steel Seraph here. Yeah, might as well. I almost feel like if I was going to do that, though, I should have done it pre-combat. I do still get to draw from the clue, so I guess that's fine. They are down to just 2 cards, though. Gonna sweep the board? No, but they have a Vraska. Well, I assume Vraska will kill a Steel Seraph, which would make sense. Also gives us more mana to use with our Leyline Axe. So, just saying. Oh, this actually is kind of exciting too. Dang, so many options. Alright. We'll give this lifelink. Attack here. And then I think I'm just going to go here. And then here. And then that'll solve the case. End the turn. You got it, fam. I mean, opponent's literally just all removal. That's all their deck is. Like, there's nothing else happening here that's of any real value. But hey, some people like playing Magic that way. We've established this previously. Another Leyline Axe. At some point, I need to just get these down. But for the time being... Alright, we're just going to attack. Opponent goes to 5, and now we have a creature land, so we will just end the turn. Like, we actually have enough that we could Leyline Axe next turn, because this takes 6 mana, right? So they'd have to play a land and crack that to not die. Well, no, actually, oh, they're dead anyway. So I say, even if they cracked it, we would have just Leyline Axed and then trampled through. I keep mentioning it, though, right? The opponent played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removal, and then still just lost to dumb creatures, right? Like, it's cool to play the removal, but you got to be playing stuff that moves your strategy forward, too. Otherwise, you're just playing a bunch of removal that doesn't do much. And then worse, like, if that opponent would have run into a non-creature deck, that's a whole bunch of cards in the deck that do almost nothing. Okay, so we'll get to start with Leyline and play this time, which is good. I mean, I guess we're just running out a lonely little Warden. And then we'll Bunnycorn, Scry with the Warden, I guess is our game plan here. I guess that's fine. I don't hate it. That's one of those ones you're like, it's alright. It's alright. Not really what we're looking for, but it's okay. I'm going to assume the opponent's just playing mono white removal here. Just going to be a bunch of sweepers and whatever. Yeah, let's just attack. I have a feeling we're going to be losing our board one way or the other, so let them start firing off their removal pieces. Alright, I'm your Huckleberry. We'll just see what 4-mana removal thing they're playing, and then we'll just load up a glyph on the ley line, I think. It'll be our next plan of attack. I mean, they obviously have it. If they don't, the game's already going to be close to over, so... What? What? Are you serious? That doesn't make any sense. I can't. Like, I'm just going to play it the safest way possible here. Okay, just to get lost. Fine. That actually grows our Bunnycorns. Like, yeah, I'm down. Like, take 10 instead? Yeah, that seems great. Won't get me complaining about that. I'm going to go ahead and fire one. Even though it does shrink these, I can grow them next turn. Oh, that's actually fine. Yeah. Alright, there's one of the removal spells that we expected to see. I'm going to put this on here so I can keep the Leyline Axe for finishing work later. I wonder if this copies equal amount to the mana spent on the base. I think it counts the core thing of the creature, so I would just get a map token that does nothing. Yeah, just in the turn here. So now, even if they have another Sunfall, we lose the creature, but then the glyph goes to the graveyard. We get something into play, and then we just get to see what that looks like. Alright, I'm your Huckleberry. Let's see your other removal spell. Do you not have one? Oh, well, we're gonna just trample over that opponent. I mean, they'll be at 1, I guess. So there's that. Alright. I mean, I don't have to do anything, because, exactly, just wait for them to sweep the board. Hopefully this turns into a creature. Which it does. And then that's ballgame. That's all we had to do. Ooh, this is tough. I think we have to mulligan. I mean, yeah. This is a little better, not by a ton, but definitely more playable here. Alright, couple of Seachrome Coasts. That's not bad. I mean, because we could case, if nothing else, if we don't find anything else, then we just steal Seraph, that'll solve the case. Then we go from there. Okay, so we're just up against Boros Burn. Got it. If we can survive 2 more turns without being too low, I think we'll be alright. That's not going to help us get where we want to go. And a Bolt Wave. And what else? So usually there's more. It's like, rarely is it just one spell. There it is. I was going to say, there's got to be a little more. There's usually a little more to that story. Ooh, okay. I ain't mad at that. We don't solve... Oh, actually, you know what? This will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm all right. Let's go with this. In a way, the reason I was debating is I kind of wanted to steal Sarah first, solve the case, and then next turn play Bunnycorn plus Sheltered by Ghost, but I think I'm willing to just take a chance here. Do have to be careful because there's a bunch of stuff the opponent could have here. Sacrifice things after they pump. I was about to say Boros Charm, just straight up deal 4 damage. And we're at 6 now. So there's a bunch of combinations of 2 burn spells, burn plus pump or whatever that could get us dead. So have to be careful. We absolutely have to block. Even if it's a rage or whatever, we just gotta accept a trade here. Take a little bit of trample damage. Yep. Okay, but we emptied their hand and got the full trade. That we're okay with that. That's as good as we could have hoped for. Solve the case. And we're at 6. Nothing should kill us here. Even if they were to get like a Screaming Nemesis or whatever, we'd be fine. Yeah, that's all we needed. Oh, man. Double axe. You know what, though? We at least get to scry turn 1. So sure, let's keep it. Let's see what happens. I think this is a bad hand. I don't think you're supposed to keep double axe. But... you know, just under the circumstances, curiosity's getting the better of me here. But definitely not. Definitely don't want a third one. Like, if 2 was questionable, 3 is awful. That much I do know. Oh, man, are we gonna need to find, like, Sheltered by Ghost or something here? Yeah, I mean, I guess. Why not? I'll grow this one. Actually, I guess I'm just going to go for it here, right? Probably a little bit greedy, but whatever. We kept a weird hand anyway, so what do I expect to happen, right? Probably don't need that. All right. I mean, we're just trying to outrace the Reanimator options here. Yeah, I'll sack this one, I guess. That's good for later. I don't necessarily want to dole it out just yet. So let's put this... Actually, first, let's go ahead and scry using these. Oh boy. I don't know if I want another one. I feel like we need to be doing other things somewhere along the line. Let's go ahead and put this here. And we're going to get in for 10, it looks like. So opponent goes all the way down to 7. And now they pretty much have to kill this Warden. That's ball game. You have a flying 10-10 effectively here. But I guess for sport... And we'll just attack. Alright, well, that was nice and easy. Didn't die to double axe. Ooh. We'll keep this. I mean, I gotta admit, Leyline Axe has come through already. You know, so can't hate on it. It's definitely done its job. Gonna lead with Inspector here till we kind of figure out what the opponent's up to. Oh, we're gonna be up against like just a boring domain control thing. Alright, well, don't know what our odds are of beating that, but we at least have Leyline Axe, which could help, but they can also just Leyline that out of the way. So that's a real thing. I'm gonna scry twice here. I don't think getting 1 point is that much better than growing this. You know, maybe we keep that on top. No, because if we Leyline Axe, if we're gonna try to Leyline Axe, I should say next turn. Having 2 more permanents is nice, but I'm gonna go with it. We'll just see what happens. I'm just trying to figure out in my head like how much damage I can get in before the inevitable like Sunfall happens, but I don't know what that answer is. I think this is the turn where we just have to equip and just get what we can out of the deal, right? Tap, tap, tap. Alright, that's something for later. And then that's 10. Yeah, alright. 11. I mean, that's threatening. With a junky, just mishmash looking board, I mean, we are threatening lethal. And at least with this setup, if they do have just a sweeper here, then we just like, yeah, we just rebuild everything all over again. So, play this guy. Play this guy. Go ahead and tap, tap, tap. Kind of do want that. Tap, tap. Alright. So we're back at it. I mean, I assume you just... Oh, now they're just split up. Oh my gosh. It's just literally all the removal. Alright, well. We'll just do the thing. I guess a Shelter by Ghost is fine. Well, that's cute, but unfortunately now we can get leylined for 1. That's not what we wanted to see. There's a beanstalk. Yeah, we're literally just waiting on ley lines, right? I mean, I guess I gotta do it. Do you not have the ley line? Well, lifelink? Oh, wow. Okay, then. I mean, for what it's worth, I had a little bit of a backup plan we were going to start trying to work with here, and then just hit through for what we can with the Sheltered by Ghosts and the Leyline Axe, but fortunately we didn't have to go down that road. Okay, this is not that productive. We're going to keep, though, because if we can find one of our 1-mana duders that makes an artifact, this hand really kind of takes off. If we don't, it's just going to be really slow. I mean, I guess there are some worlds where we could get, like, a Mockingbird would also help, I guess. But that's also the type of card we were looking for. So I'm going to do this first, just in case they have, like, a cut down or something they want to use. See if we could bait the opponent into a play here. Oh, no, they don't even have anything. Okay, well, that's odd. Which means I'm probably just walking into a trap, but that's okay. That's where we have the I'm Your Huckleberry shirts in the merch. Y'all should check that out down below. Support your boy. Actually, I even send nice thank you messages and stuff if y'all pick something up. Oh, is this going to be a split up? It's going to hurt if it is. It isn't. Oh, it's a Lord Skitter. Huh. Was not expecting to see that. What do we do here, then? Try to grow a Warden? I mean, we could play this, make 2 more permanents, tap 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's not quite it. I'm not even sure what we're racing against here, I think is my problem. Let's tap, tap, tap. Probably. Actually, I don't mind having that, actually. Give this Vigilance. So there's 2 3/3s that Lord Skitter has to think about coming across on. Yeah, I have no clue what the opponent's doing right now. Not that, you know, what they're doing is potentially bad. I just have no idea what it is at the moment. By this point, you usually see a couple of removal spells, maybe a Sheltered by Ghosts, and we've kind of seen none of those things yet. Okay, there you go. Legion's Ashes. I was like, there has to be something. And the opponent did not want to trade there. And that is also good information to have. What if we pay 0, copy the Siren so we get another artifact. We'll activate this, tap, tap, tap. Ooh, a Bunnycorn suite here. Not upset at that. All right. And then we can give the Warden flying. And then we'll just attack for a lot here. I mean, that's 10 damage. I mean, like, it's not nothing. Now, for all I know, they're just going to have a big Sunfall here and make our life miserable. But it means we do get the Bunnycorn for free, because that's the thing on top of the library. Whenever the glyph goes to the yard. So we'd have a 2/2 Bunnycorn that becomes a 3/3. We'd be able to attack with it. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if it's not that... Oh, yeah. Shieldred, that ain't it, friend. Alright, so if we give this flying, we get in for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess we just try to hit 11 then? On one of these? Well, that didn't get us there. Oh, actually, I guess it doesn't matter, because we could play this anyway, right? And just have everything fly? Yeah, alright, that was a little silly. Almost just missed the obvious. Alright, so we'll give flying to this, and the other one will target this. So they both get flying, and Shieldred doesn't even matter. Alright, well, that was kind of easy. This is solid. We can live with this. Obviously, we'd prefer Fountain Port was a colored mana here, but that's alright. If we do get a white or a blue land, then it just makes next turn even better. Yes, go after the Novus Inspector. And then we'll tap, tap, tap. Ooh, do we want that here? Probably not. Man, that's tough. I think if I already had access to a fourth land, I would have considered it. But here, I just don't think we need it. Warden's going to die. And then here, I think we just play Bunny. And it's funny, I draw the fourth land just because I said that, I'm sure. Then Bunnycorn takes a bullet. So far we've seen a cut down and a lightning strike. Oh, this is great. When they have to 2 for 1, you are never mad about that. Like, they waste all that burn on a Bunnycorn. Shoot, we are definitely about it. Alright, and then let's solve the case. Awesome. Another lightning strike. Wow, drew 3 lightning strikes. Okay. Hey, if you got it, you got it. As they say, smoke them if you got them, right? Let's get in there for 5. Go ahead and run this out there. I was going to say, at some point, you got to run out of removal. But hell, I don't know. Maybe you don't. You got it. Let's go ahead and turn this map into a deuter. And we're just going to get in there with everybody. Because that's how we're rolling. I mean, block and kill our 5/4. We still get a thing. I'll say, if not, take a bunch, go to 5. We can live with that. I mean, we got 9 power worth of stuff right now. They can make a 1/1 and block, though. That is a legit thing. Well, they didn't want to bother with it. Ooh, okay. Let's keep this. I think I like this. Had to think about it for a second. I'm like, how do I feel about this particular hand? But I think we're into it. Ooh. What if we... Ooh, do we just Siren Mockingbird Siren? It's kind of wild, but I don't hate it. I mean, it's a bunch of little flying knuckleheads, you know, but maybe they matter. I mean, we'll have a 7/7 Bunnycorn that still just dies to go for the 3rd or whatever. Neat. Don't hate that. Let's just attack, I guess. I mean, I'll trade 3 for 1. Oh, and the Bunnycorn's not dead? Oh, hold up. Sound the alarms. Caretaker's talent. Oh, opponent. And I got a Leyline Axe? Yo. Okay, Bunnycorn this little guy? Because why not? 9, 10, 11, 12? Yeah. Alright. And the turn? Oh, and they had a split up. Oh, that's tough. Nothing you can do, though. If they have it, they have it. Whatever. All right. Attack for 2 in the air. Okay. They couldn't deal with our creature lane. This feels oddly sensational, right? I feel like we've run into so many decks that have just been, like, play 4 or 5 removal or play a couple of big sweepers. And then somehow we're still just beating them with just junky creatures. Like, this draw wasn't even good. Like, we literally just had junk, and then somehow a bunnycorn didn't die immediately. Like, but, you know, you take what you can get. It's just wild sometimes. Yeah. This is definitely a keeper. I was just double checking. This makes white mana? Yeah. All right. Just want to make sure I have a blue and a white next turn. Ooh, against elves. This, believe it or not, elves could end up being a small problem. We'll see. Fortunately, we do have stuff that can fly over or give lifelink, which could be pretty nice. Let's go ahead and tap these. Oh, I will definitely take a bunnycorn under the circumstances. Bet your butt on that. Oh, that is sheltered by ghosts. It's all right. Go ahead and get in there, friend. I think we go ahead and go here. And just say, I got a 5/5. Do you have another sheltered by ghosts? Looks like they do. All right. Hey, if this is all their hand is, totally fine. We're willing to live with that. Oh, now that gets weird. But, yeah, sure. Give that lifelink, I guess. So opponent kept a hand that was Llanowar Stalker, which, and a bunch of Sheltered by Ghosts. Usually you expect to see other elves if people are playing the Stalker, so I'm assuming they just happen to have the removal part of their deck. Yeah, here they come. This is what I was expecting. I was like, there has to be a little more to it than that, right? Yeah, we're going to get rid of this guy. And then we're going to go ahead and turn one of these into a thing. And give this lifelink. And attack, attack. Now it's a lifelink race. And fortunately, we're hitting for a little more than they are. Oh, and they had a glass casket? Bruh, what? Okay, well, what you gonna do? I mean, if they have it, they have it. No blocks. It's like I said from the get-go, though. Like, there was a chance that this was going to be a tough fight, and we knew it. I think I'm just going to attack with this. Leave back the 5/4, so when it dies, we'll get something for it. Whether they remove it, just so there's no blocker, or we get to block their Stalker. In the meantime, we are getting to attack with the Flyer, so while they will be making 2/2s, they are ground-based. Well, never mind. Make that 3/3s. That's unfortunate. And, oh my gosh, are you kidding? Oh, man. All right. If they just draw it all, they draw it all. What are you going to do? Ooh, what can we copy here that matters? Nothing, really. All right. Oh, well, it's just going to come in as a 1/1 anyway, because we can't pay anything. We spent 0, so the only thing we could copy is this. I mean, it's a clue. You know, it's not like it's not nothing. Yep. Get in there, opponent. I mean, if they're just going to draw 4 removal spells in their creature deck, like, those are the things you just say, all right, just credit where it's due, you know? Like, you got there. Pass the turn. I guess I could have attacked for 4, because they would have to draw another creature lord. I mean, on the plus side, we at least have enough mana now that if we find another Sheltered by Ghost, we could pay the full 6 and get rid of this thing, but we also don't like having this much mana. That's actually not good for us. But we got to go digging for it. Pass the turn. Because I think that's our only out, really. And we probably have to put it on the flyer so we can just gain life and not fall impossibly behind. But the situation is what it is. We're dead in 2 turns if we don't get... Like, if we get it next turn, we at least buy time. But otherwise, we're dead anyway. I mean, if I'm the opponent, I'm practically in just attacking here anyway. Because you can activate your land and just end us. Like, I only have 4 blockers. Yeah, opponent, just activate your land. That's ball game. All right, I'm gonna just like they should win this. Ooh, easy mulligan on this one. This is keepable. Wow, I think I'm gonna put back the Zoetic Glyph just because I don't have blue mana and the other cards are actually reasonable here. You know what's funny? Against the Elf deck, had I actually drawn the Leyline Axe, we probably still could have won with the double strike and everything. Kind of brutal that we missed. Do we just Bunnycorn here? I think I am. Bunnycorn's a 4/4. And then possibly a 5, 6, 7 if we get an untapped blue source. So it's just like, can you race our Bunnycorn here? Honestly, if we get an untapped land, I might just double up the Bunnycorn. Or we'll just play another Bunnycorn. That's fine, too. Like, we'll just try to kill you before you can even get Valgavoth. I mean, that's 10, 11. If we play this, that's 12, 13. They're dead. Yeah. Literally kept an awful draw and still won. Yeah, that's it. All right, I'm going to be real with y'all about this deck. It's possibly even better than it looked, which is crazy because did we lose only 1 game during that whole? I think we only lost 1 game. But what I mean to say here is that I had a lot of games where I was just like, whatever. If they have, y'all saw me. I'm like, I'm your Huckleberry. If you have the removal, whatever. Like, if you have a split up, whatever, I'm attacking. I was playing so lazy, and it still didn't matter in some of the games. Now, don't be wrong. 1 or 2 of them, I think we got lucky. But otherwise, the deck came out swinging all the time. And we had a fair amount of reach, right? Because you have these Zoetic Glyphs you can play after a sweeper to just slap on an artifact. You have a Leyline Axe that makes anything you get effectively a finisher, right? We still have Case of the Filch Falcon, which, honestly, I almost wanted to play a 61st card so I can play another Case of the Filch Falcon, because this was clutch multiple times. I mean, if anything, we could have used 1 more removal spell against the Elf deck, but also, at the same time, if we'd have got Leyline Axe, that could have changed stuff up too, and we didn't get it, right? So there's a lot happening with this list. Mockingbirds were pretty clutch a couple of times, just to get you more stuff to go wide with, more things you can tap, grow the Bunnycorns, right? Hey, credit to Doomwake, man. I got golf clap it, because even in best of 1, we just ran over a bunch of different decks, right? Played against a Boros Burn deck. We played against, like, a mono black deck, I think. We played against Rakdos Reanimator, a domain control. Like, we played against most of the big hitters and still did very well with this list. So, yeah, and I'm looking at it, now, and it doesn't have a ton of rares. Like, this is a very buildable deck on a budget. Now, don't get me wrong, like, Mockingbirds, Steel Seraph, Leyline Axe, those are key cards, obviously Warden. But a big chunk of the deck is, like, Novus Inspectors, Spyglass Sirens, Sheltered by Ghosts, Zoetic Glyphs, right? Those are all easily acquirable. And the best part is stuff like Mockingbird, Steel Seraph, even the Warden of the Inner Sky, you're probably going to play in other lists. The only thing you're probably going to craft that you're only going to play in a handful of things right now is Leyline Axe. And I'm going to be real with you, I think there's more cases where we're going to want to play Leyline Axe in the future. I think we're still just figuring out, because this is now the second deck I've played it in, and it was good in both decks. So I'm going to start experimenting with what does this look like in mono green? What does this look like in Gruul aggro, right? Because if you can get the 3 extra mana, fine. And even if you don't have it in your opener, paying 4 and just have it sit there, if you get a benefit from already playing artifacts, like in the case of this list, we could turn it into a creature. It counts as another bonus for multiple things. You know, maybe if you have other things that trigger from artifacts during the battlefield, this card could be pretty good. So yeah, lots going on with this list, but I liked it, honestly. Like, this was fun. Crazy how it can win, too. But the final list, I gotta just give credit, right? This is not my special. This is a Doomwake special. Thumbs up. Hope you see this on social media, because you earned it. Like, this is actually a pretty sweet list. But we have 4 Novus Inspector, 4 Warden of the Inner Sky, 2 Case of the Filched Falcon, 4 Spyglass Siren, 4 Regal Bunnycorn, 4 Shelter by Ghost, 4 Zoetic Glyph, 4 Leyline Axe, 4 Steel Seraph, 4 Mockingbird, 4 Plains, 3 Islands, 4 Attiker Waste, 4 Flood Farm Verge, 2 Restless Anchorage, 4 Seachrome Coast, and 1 Fountain Port. I never really used the Fountain Port, but I appreciate it's in here because I understand the importance. Also, like I said, another Case of the Filched Falcon. If you're feeling frisky and want to go to 61, that's where I'd be at. But overall, great list. Yeah, and sometimes you don't have to get overly complicated, as this deck shows. But even the one we played yesterday was a crazy ramp list using mostly creatures to ramp, and we were doing some absurd stuff with Legends and won a hell of a lot of games. So you should check that one out too. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.